Hey, Aaron, this is Dan Anderson, and I just finished watching your great presentation, and I want to say thank you for that. You did a wonderful job, and it's always it's always encouraging to hear about these wonderful ministries that are making a difference. To be honest, this class has been almost depressing on some level, as every week I'm learning more and more about these different situations and the nuances and the multifaceted nature of these situations and these issues. And honestly, I've been asking the Lord and asking my wife, what can I do, to really make an impact? So this is very encouraging. Um, and let me say also real quickly, thank you for your kind words concerning my project. And man, I would love to talk about more. Uh, I'm sorry, I would love to talk more about your mentorship program that you've experienced in Oregon. So that being said, a couple of observations that I made of your project and of the Union Gospel Mission. Number one is just uh, their job training and continuing education for these women and for their children. I think this is incredible and so needed as it gives them a way out. It equips them with tools, real work tools that will help make a difference in their life. But like you, I also felt like one of the major needs is, well, where do they go after? Is there a program that helps them land a job? Is there a program like affordable housing that will help them to move out of create distance between them and these situations that it's so easy to be sucked back into, whether that be a relationship or drugs or what have you. So one of the ethical variables I felt like that was really at work and not in Union Gospel Mission is something you said that really impacted me. You were talking about how there are so many misconceptions of the homeless, whether that be that they're lazy or that there's mental issues at work, and they're just a lot of times as I've listened to these reasonings or these perspectives of the homeless, there's two things that I've felt. Number one, both of them negative. And number one is sometimes it feels like a bit of an excuse for Christians that oh, they're just lazy or they want to be that way. They just want to live that way. So it excuses us from being what God has called us to be, which is to be ambassadors of reconciliation. We're Christ's ambassadors of reconciliation. And so the ethical variable that really impacted me was this idea of rules and duties under the way of reasoning in Glenn Stassen and David Gushie's um, diagram of human moral agency. And really, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And honestly, the second thing I was going to say is, and I'll wrap this up because it's getting long, but the second thing I would say is that even if they were being lazy, even if they were being, even if they do have mental disabilities, or what if they want to live in that situation? Does that excuse us from our calling to dignify humanity as God's image, to reach out as ambassadors of reconciliation? Does it excuse us from reflecting Christ's work of reaching out to the most outcast and bringing them into the kingdom? And I think the answer there is no. So regardless, I just felt like from listening to your project, I was just greatly encouraged and challenged. We've got to do something. And there are great ministries like Union Gospel Mission that we can be a part of. So that being said, thank you so much. I apologize for the length, but man, it was a great presentation.